Hello everybody, hope everybody is well. So a little bit of a vlog style today. We're going to be doing a little change to the setup. I'm going to be using my Podgo, but for the first time in my life, I'm building a pedal board. So what we have here, pachow, I've just done a kind of unboxing of it, but then I realised my microphone wasn't plugged in. Duh! So, here it is anyways. I've gone for the Pedaltrain Novo 24. I need quite a big pedal board here to fit the Podgo and a few other things on, which we will be getting into. So let's unbox it, well, unzip it I should say. So here's the zips, let's have a look inside what we get. Alright, so what do we get? We get the Velcro strips, standard, we get a shoulder strap, and it looks like we get some zip ties as well. We'll get into that later. Here is the actual pedal board itself, which is incredibly light, I'm pleased to report, in bubble wrap. So we'll take it out of the bubble wrap. If I can do it with one hand here, let's have a look. Pull it off. There we go. Put that to one side, and there is the pedal board. Again, it is the Pedaltrain Novo 24. So, like I say, I've got my Podgo to put on here, and a couple of other little things, my wireless unit and my in-ear monitor system, which I will be explaining shortly. So yeah, I've also got some patch cables that has also just came today. So we're ready to go with the patch cables, we're ready to go to set this thing up, so let's do it. Okay, so the next stage is just putting everything on the pedal board and see how everything fits. So this is what I have so far. That is how it's looking, and that's all I've got to put on the pedal board. So obviously I have the Podgo, I have a Fender ABY pedal, which I'll explain a little bit later on. That is my in-ear monitor systems. Oh, I'll put that to one side for now. That was just a quick put that down there. I'm using the Shure PSM 300 transmitter with the receiver it comes with as well. Really enjoying that. Sounds great. Yeah, I went for the upgraded earbuds as well, and I'm pleased I did. And I'm also using the Line 6 G10 wireless system, and I'll get into more about that later. So yeah, that is just, I just wanted to put everything on first just to see how everything fit, and everything fits nicely, exactly how I planned, because obviously before I bought the Pedaltrain, I measured everything up, made sure everything fit, and that's the reason why I went for the Pedaltrain in the first place, because that was the size that accommodated everything I needed it to. So obviously the Podgo is quite, although it's not, it's small, you know, for a digital processor. In terms of pedal board space, it is quite large. So yeah, I did need to go for quite a big pedal board. So the Pedaltrain 24, Novo 24 was the only one I could find that kind of fit the bill. So yeah, so let's get this, let's get it all wired up, make sure everything's working, and I'll explain more about everything then. Okay, so this is where we currently are. I went ahead and I put the strips on all of the runs on the pedal board. I didn't film that because I didn't want anyone to literally die of boredom. So I've done that, and I've also put all the loop side to the backs of everything that is going on the pedal board, and obviously as you can see here, I've stuck them to the pedal board, and everything seems to be sticking reasonably well. Seems fairly secure, so I'm pretty happy with that. Only things that's left to do is to put this G10 here on the board, but I kind of want to explain what is going on here. So what is going on, and I'll explain why I'm using the Fender ABY pedal here. So when I'm out gigging, I'm going to be using two guitars. One is always going to be a humbucker guitar, and the other one is always going to be a single coil guitar, whether that is my Fender Stratocaster or my Tele. So what is going to happen here, it's going to be coming out of the A side, the humbucking guitar is going to be coming up here, and that is going to be going into the line 6 G10. Now there's actually two reasons why I want to use a wireless system here. The first reason being that I do the sound for my band on stage. So what I tend to do is I get my guitar and I go out front, and then we sound check, and then I can monitor the levels and change all the levels while I'm still playing, which is really, really cool, really handy. We use like a wireless system now, which is awesome. So yes, and the other reason being, it's just for cables. If I had a cable coming out of here going to my guitar, which is on a stand, and then I've got another cable coming out of this side going to another guitar, it gets messy real quick, especially when you're putting one guitar down, you're picking another guitar up, you're putting that back down, you're picking the other guitar back up. Cables are going to get mixed up, they're going to get crossed, they're going to get tangled, which is never a great thing, especially live, when you can get a little bit tangled up and you don't want to look like an absolute idiot on stage. So what I thought I would do is keep using the wireless just to keep things literally nice and tidy. So I've only got one cable to go into the B side, which is going to go off and into the second guitar. So that's that. A little bit of thought has to go into the back here, just so I don't get things a little bit too tangled back here as well. So the A is going to go into the line 6 G10, and the in and out of the Fender AB-Y pedal, it's out at the minute there, you can see, because if I push that in, it's going to start draining the battery, which I don't really want. And I've looped it under the pedal board, and that is going to go into, because it's coming out of here, that is going to be going in the input of the pod go. So we can do that now. The guitar in there, you can see, we can push that in, tuck it down, out of the way, keep things nice and tidy. So the next thing to do is to fit the G10 onto the pedal board. So bear in mind, I want to keep the main out here free. So what we're going to try and do is just put it about here, and also I have to bear in mind that the power of the G10, I want to keep it not too close to this, because I have to fit the little USB cable in here. So I want to leave myself plenty of space to be able to fit that in nice and freely, so I'm not fumbling about and struggling. So I want to leave a little gap here, but also another gap to leave myself plenty of space for the power cable, and that looks about right. So now we can go ahead and attach or connect this cable out of A into our input of or output of the G10, like so. So there we go, we've left ourselves a nice bit of space there to plug in, and also I don't really use the loop, and I don't really use the expression pedal, so that's fine being there. I just need to make sure I've left myself plenty of space for the main outs to plug cables in. So now where we are is, when I get to a gig, I simply have to just put this pedal board down on the floor, and obviously power everything up. So we've got 3 power supplies, sorry, out of the main out to the mixer, and also the out of my in-ears here, again to the mixer. So bang bang, 2 connections there, 2 connections here, and 3 power supplies. That is powered by a 9-volt battery. It is a passive pedal, so you don't actually even need a battery. It's just with the battery in, you get these lights to work. I'll demonstrate that now. I'll just push that in, the light should come on. There you go. So B's on, you put that in, there we go. And you just press this button here to switch between A or B different guitars. So there you go. Like I said, I'll just take that back out so it's not draining the battery. There we go. But like I say, you don't need the battery there. That is completely passive. It's just I like to see which input it's on. So there we go. That is basically it. So if you're interested in putting your Line 6 Podgo on a pedal board like this, maybe it's with various pedals, and I've also left a space in case I want to maybe put a looper pedal in there or something like that. I know obviously the Line 6 has a looper built in, but you know, I do have a separate looper in case I want to put that in. Yeah, if you do want to put your Line 6 Podgo on a pedal board, you do need to take the feet off the back. Really simple. Just take the screws out, take the feet off, so it just lowers the level, and so it makes it nice and flush with the pedal board. Very, very easy. Again, I had to take the feet off this. Very easy, so it lies nice and flush with the pedal board. Again, with the Line 6 feet off, and nothing to do with the shower here. It just went on nice and simple. So there you go. That is the Line 6 Podgo on a pedal board. Yeah, any questions, let me know and I'll try and help you out. So very simple, very, very easy to do. Didn't take long at all, maybe 30 minutes, something like that. And yeah, just makes life that little bit easier for me. Obviously everything was separate before. You know, I was getting the Podgo out, putting it on the floor, going back somewhere, getting my Fender pedal, putting that down, then setting up my wireless. And it just takes time, you know, when you're on a gig and that, and time is always of the essence. So anything that can shave off a few seconds or few minutes is always of interest to me. So yeah, that is it. And hopefully see you soon. Take care. See you later.